Hey guys, so today I'm going to be showing you how I organized my pantry. So to start off, it was just very unorganized and everything was kind of just jumbled up. We had tried some bins beforehand, but they just didn't really work out in long term, Everything just still got all messy, and these shelves are really deep, so that's also a problem that we had. So with these tools, I was able to organize our pantry in a way that looks amazing and is going to last us a long time. So these containers are from Walmart. And if you guys are going to be doing this, you need to get these. They are the best deal. They are so insanely cheap compared to Target, Container Store, anywhere. They are a great deal, and you can get them in this pack. And then you can also get them individually. We also used a couple of these little bins, which actually I originally bought at the Container Store for $6, but I then found them at HomeGoods. So I also used these labels from Container Store and these chalk pens. So now what you're just gonna wanna do is start taking everything out. This is one of the easiest / hardest parts. And then I'm just going to go through and kind of just figure out a layout that works best, what's really going to fit and maximize the space. So when you're going through everything, you want to sort it into categories so you know what you have, and it makes it easier to put things back. So just go through each item and categorize it, whether you need it or you're going to need to look for expiration dates. And I also like to just see if stuff fits, That is a situation where the bag was almost empty, but I knew that we bought them in bulk like that, so it was a good idea to put it in that container because I did know that eventually it would be full when we go back and buy things again. So you really need to make sure that you're planning not just for what you have currently, but for what you will have in the future when you go shopping. So I also suggest going grocery shopping when you do this, right before you do it, because it just helps out a lot so that you know exactly what you're gonna have at your max. So here I am organizing our crackers using a shelf riser. I think that this is a great way to organize because it gives you a second level on your individual shelf, but for crackers, I don't really see it necessary to put them in individual containers just because they are already pretty contained and stay pretty organized. So now I'm just going through the soups and everything like that, all the canned goods. And this is what we had in there before. It's a little shelf riser, but it just really was not working for us because the shelves are so deep that if you would put things on the shelf riser, they would just get lost because there would be things in front of them. So that's why turntables are so great. I used 2 turntables in this, and I'm going to be using a bunch more in our fridge when we do that one next. If you guys want to see the fridge, let me know down below. So this looks so much better already. And so you can see everything. Make sure all of the labels are facing out so that you are able to see what each canned item is. So now I'm just going to be doing the same process with the next couple of shelves. And what I like to do also is if I realize that there's duplicates of things, that I go and try to condense them into one, as you can see that I'm doing here. So making it so you only have one container and not a whole bunch of half-empty containers. So again, I'm just going to be using a little turntable. I think that these are just so great, and you can get them a variety of places. I believe I got one at the Container Store and one at either HomeGoods or maybe Bed Bath & Beyond, I think. So this is one of our upper shelves that you have to stand on your tippy toes or on a ladder to get to, or like a little step stool. But this is where we hold a lot of our paper plates. And so this is actually a lid organizer, I believe, and it works great. So the second shelf, again, we are using a little shelf riser. And these are just some other not as daily used things. So some powders or Gatorade mixes. And I just really wasn't liking how this was turning out. So I started to take everything out and kind of mess around with it a little bit more. And I also took that big green thing out because it just didn't fit well. So I replaced it with these little spoons and cups and things. So now I am just writing on the labels and labeling them. I actually recommend putting the label on first and then writing on it. But so here is one of the shelves that things were just getting so lost because they were so deep, and I got these extra long bins from the Container Store. And what I like about them is, one, that they're extra long, and two, that they're really deep, so they hold everything in really well, and they work perfectly. Now I do recommend getting smaller ones rather than the bigger ones, just because stuff can get heavy and it's easier to manage the smaller ones. So now we are moving on to the spices. Now I had to have my mom help me with this one because she's the one that uses all the spices and I really didn't know how she wanted them. So she alphabetizes them and then also does a little area that has specific ones that are all together. So salt-free, or I believe there's ones for like rubs. And we also went ahead and labeled them. Oh yeah, so see, peppers, salt-free, and then salts. And as you can see, also we used those little containers for, she has a special salmon seasoning, and they worked perfectly in those little containers that we got from Home Goods. So here is a before, how messy and unorganized it was. And then here is the after. I just love how much more airy and open it is, and just how everything has a place and a container that's organized. It just is great. And we've had this system going for a couple weeks now, and it works amazing. You know, you kind of have to train the family to, make sure that they put the lids back and everything like that, but it's really been going great, and I hope that this helped you guys get your pantry or any other space really organized. So thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you like organization videos, and follow me on Instagram, and let me know if you guys like this style of video or if you would prefer more of me talking while I'm organizing. And I'll see you guys in my next video.